My name is Carolyn, and I talk to the spirit world. Travel with me to a dimension filled with love, light, and joyful surprises. Welcome to Carolyn's Psychic Playroom. Hi everybody, I'm Carolyn Wilkins and I'd like to welcome you to my Psychic Playroom. I hope that you guys have had a great month. It's dark outside and we are headed right toward the winter solstice, but nonetheless it's still warm and it feels kind of in a definite transitional in-between time. Things are in flux. Things are in a great deal of commotion. We've just had the election, as you well know. We have all kinds of things shifting, but I do feel that things are going to clear out in the coming year. So if you've been having a bit of a bumpy ride, I don't think that that's going to last forever. My feeling is by January, things are going to begin to stabilize. I would like to take this moment to welcome my special guest today, Miss Sarah Ritt.
Well, thank you.
And Sarah is both an artist, a psychic, and a phenomenal tarot reader. She's also my daughter. So that gives me sort of triple pride or something. But even if she were my daughter, I would not have her on the Psychic Playroom if she were not also a great tarot reader.
Well, thank you.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm going to very soon begin answering the questions. I've had several people write in with questions, and we've chosen three of the people who, the first three people who wrote in are going to be the questions that we're going to answer tonight. And since one of them is pretty intense, we're going to jump right into that first. This question comes from Anonymous, and I'm gonna take a look here on my phone and dig out the question because it's a little bit long. All right, so here we go. This is from Anonymous. My sweetheart was picked up on a parole violation yesterday. It was a mistake, but the judge didn't believe her. The lawyer wasn't available, so she is now locked up. Her children and I have very little information. What does Spirit want me to know regarding this situation? And what is the lesson? And lastly, how do I best show up for my family? And so, as you can see, this is a pretty deep and intense question.
Yes, absolutely.
So I think it would be good to break it into parts. So the first part of the question, and I would like Sarah to speak on this first, what does Spirit want Anonymous to know regarding this situation? What is the lesson or message from Spirit regarding this situation?
Well, I'm happy to weigh in by choosing a card or two, but the first thing that came to me is it's temporary. And if you can hold that in your heart, you're going to feel that much stronger as you move through this situation and kind of come out the other side of it, because there is another side. But I will go ahead and pick maybe one or two cards, and we'll go from there. So, for Anonymous. Okay, so the first card that's coming up, and
if you could hold it up there.
Yes, I am a reader who likes reversed cards. Not every reader does, but the way I see them is nuanced. So it's not necessarily the opposite meaning of the card. This card, for example, is Ace of Pentacles, which is all about opportunity. An opportunity that seemingly comes out of the blue, even though you've really attracted it. But what I'm getting from this reversal with Ace of Pentacles is that there is a hidden opportunity within this to really find and connect with your strength, because it's there, and it's there for all of us, whether or not we're aware. A lot of times the first thing we do is panic, or just kind of stay stuck within that panic mode. But really, we all have the opportunity to feel our own power and our own strength. That is a choice that we make. And so that's what I'm getting from this card, first and foremost. So it's temporary, and there's an opportunity within this to really feel solid within yourself. And what I'm learning for myself is to feel solid no matter what, which is actually kind of exhilarating when you think about it. Yeah, so let me pull one more card, and then I'm going to let my mom go ahead and kind of have it unfold further. Yeah. So Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So another reverse card. Seven of Pentacles, which is all about waiting for something to come to fruition. And I feel like this has two meanings. So sometimes reverse cards are about the energy of the card in progress. So you're right in the middle of waiting. But the other message that's coming more directly to me is that you're not going to have to wait for as long as you feel like you are. So it's not a situation about hunkering down and waiting till the end of time. It's not about having to be strong in that way, which could feel really awful. So if you can hear this, Anonymous, you won't have to wait as long as you fear. And if you can trust and have faith, that faith will go a long way toward resolving this situation.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, well, I'm going to put my little 2 cents in. So maybe I would say, based upon the cards and Sarah's interpretation, that we have kind of addressed the idea of what is the lesson. And the lesson is one of patience and faith and trusting. That there is going to be a solution, and that the resolution is going to actually, dark as things may seem in this moment, that a resolution is actually going to be for the best. So I think I'm going to go to the next question, which had to do with how do I best show up for my family, for my kids, and for my family, given this situation. And so, as you know, I read from the Akashic Records deck here. And so I'm going to just give them a little shuffle and sort of swoosh them around a little bit. And I'm going to ask, how does Anonymous best show up for the kids and family given this situation? And as I spread the cards out here, I pull this, and this is the 5 of Forces. Now this card has 2 ways that it can be, either summer or winter. And I pulled it out, the way that it came out was summer. But what it says to me, the very fact that it's kind of a 2-way card, means that this is going to be a choice that you are going to have to make to be positive and to stay upbeat for the kids, despite the appearances, which could be rather dim, and even your own worries, doubts, and concerns, which are perfectly natural, but
Absolutely.
you're going to have to make the choice to go with the summer rather than the winter. So almost consciously saying to yourself, I'm choosing to stay in the light with this. I'm going to choose to stay positive. I'm going to choose to send positive messages to the kids and to myself. And part of the success of you being able to do this, I believe, Anonymous, is that you are going to have to defocus. And this sounds really strange because everyone, all your friends are going to be calling you up saying, oh, this is horrible. Oh, this is a terrible situation. Oh, you know, people are going to be feeding the fear and the doubt. And I think you are going to have to be able to kind of turn all that off and not go there, because otherwise it's going to fuel too much upset and too much stormy weather for you to be able to have anything positive to give to your kids. And kids, as we know, need the light. They need positivity.
Absolutely.
They don't need phony.
Absolutely.
You can't be phony with them. Obviously, they're going to know things are wrong and stuff like that. But your faith and your determination that Spirit has your back, and if you can really convey that, I think it's going to be a great lesson for the kids. And I do, as my daughter said, I do see a swift conclusion to this situation. I don't see it dragging on forever. And I do see that even within a couple of days, things are going to lift for you. And part of the additional challenge will be to not let the scar of this wrongful imprisonment impact you any longer than is necessary, and don't let it linger in terms of how you are with your family. Stay in the light.
Yeah.
Easier said than done, but that is my strong feeling for you, Anonymous. And Sarah and I are both holding a positive thought for you.
Absolutely.
And thank you so much for your question. Okay, so we're going to move on. Our next question is from DJ, and it's kind of a general question. So I'm going to let Sarah read first on it. The question is, what does the future hold? And it's rather open-ended. So, you know, I think you can pick a couple of cards, or maybe pick one aspect of her situation.
Sure.
Okay.
So, well, first of all, the cards have a tendency to be playful when you wouldn't think. And it really is an open book in the sense that it's always fun to kind of wonder and dream and look at the future in little bits and pieces. But you have so much more power than you know, that there's always a choice, if not several, about how you direct your energy. So let's go ahead and take a look and just see what comes up. Let's leave it very open. So the future. Ooh, well, this one
Just leapt out.
yeah. Yeah,
And
when they
leapt
wanna,
out.
as Mom would say, when they want to speak, they speak.
Yeah.
So, ooh. So this is a lovely card. This is Temperance. And Temperance is all about balance. And so what I'm getting from this is that you've been through some stuff that hasn't felt so kind or so great to be in the middle of. And you're ready for some relief. And first and foremost, I just want to say you're going to find that for yourself, because how lovely it is to feel that beautiful balance within yourself, and to feel not only at one with yourself, but at one with your surroundings, at one with your loved ones, just harmonious within your life. That's what temperance for me is all about. So that's a pretty lovely first little part of the reading. I'm just going to pull one more. Okay, so this is where the cards get kind of playful and they tease a little bit. So here we have Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is all about your deepest psychic knowing, and I believe that we all have an inner Queen of Cups. We block ourselves in different ways, that's very human, but the fact that she's reversed here tells me, and the message I'm getting is, get in touch with what you know on a deeper level to be true. And since this is a period of time where something more harmonious is unfolding for you, it's the perfect opportunity to feel that much more in tune with what you know on a deeper level. So it is kind of a tease, because it's not giving you a direct, concrete answer, except that you know more than you're letting yourself know. So on that note, I'm going to hand this over to my mom.
All right, lovely. Okay, DJ, here we go. Akashic Records cards. Let's see what they want to talk about. What does DJ, and I would say the first thing, when a really broad general question like this, the first thing that I would recommend is that you focus in a little bit, focus it in a little bit. So I'm going to ask the cards, what does DJ need to know about the future right now?
Yeah,
What
smart.
is right in front of you, DJ, that will be a benefit for you to be aware of? And while I'm talking, I'm kind of shuffling things around a little bit. Let's see what we have. I'm going to just sort of spread them out and pick one. And this one is, this says the Akashic Library. Okay? So what this says to me is that the next things that happen in your future are things that your soul planned for you before you even showed up here on the earth. These things that are coming into your future now are kind of really soul mission things. They are things that are almost, I want to say, a destiny kind of thing. If you have been looking at your life purpose or taking steps in the direction of, oh, I'm not sure what my purpose, that kind of thing is represented by this card here. Ta-da! The Akashic Library. Also, I don't know if you have done or are thinking of doing a past life regression or some kind of, you know, there are psychics who do these kinds of things, or some kind of Akashic reading. That might be worth getting, because what I'm feeling is coming up for you now in the future are things on a deep soul level. This is not lightweight stuff. This is profound stuff that has been building for some time, and as I said before, is stuff that your soul, you and your soul agreed to before you even arrived here on the earth. So it's a broad question. You got a broad answer, but I think helpful.
I think both broad and specific.
Okay.
Which is a really interesting thing about the medium we're working in.
That's true. That's true.
This is a journey for you, and I feel like our our readings harmonize in a really beautiful way about that. There's so much more to unfold for you that we can't even begin to depict.
That's right.
But we're getting a really powerful sense
That's it.
of how deep it goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have one more reading, which is good because we've got about 5 more minutes. Amazing how time flies. I hope that you guys are enjoying this. I hope you're having as much fun as I'm having and
I am too.
Sarah's
Yeah.
having. The next question is from CW, and the question is, what do you see about my love life? So, love life for CW, and I'm gonna go to Miss Ritt here.
Okay.
What do you see?
Love life for CW. You would think a love life question would be the only juicy one, but all of them are so interesting.
Absolutely.
All of them.
Absolutely.
So love life. Ooh, whoa.
Yeah, oh, it's flying out. You got your 2 right there.
Ooh.
Boom.
Okay. So let me hold them up.
Okay.
So we have Queen of Pentacles reversed. Queen of Pentacles, to me, this is a really interesting reading already. Queen of Pentacles is a very nourishing, kind of an earth mother figure. I mean, pentacles are literally earth. So somebody who's very nourishing, someone who's in touch with their own ability to nourish, and quite likely to be there for other people. Now, this second card is about opportunities that are hiding in plain sight. And so the way in which she's reversed, I feel like there's somebody already there that you might even know, and if you don't know them, they're just around the corner. But they are waiting to come into the picture. And a different way of putting that too is something is kind of gently tapping you on the shoulder and letting you know that there's somebody there who you could have a really beautiful relationship with. Now, the other cool thing about these cards is they're very archetypal and they can feel very specific, but they also represent more broadly different people and different aspects within people. So I, as a reader, am only seeing in from the outside. I don't know who this person is, but I feel like there's a really lovely interaction or series of interactions to follow if you just kind of use different eyes. That's what's coming to me. And again, this goes back to knowing. Trust your deeper knowing. And then see who comes into the picture from there. That is what I'm getting.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna just throw a little bit more in there. As I say, we just have a couple of more minutes.
Throw it into the pot.
Exactly. I'm always asking the cards, what does CW need to know most about the love life in this particular moment? And remember, it could change, right?
Absolutely.
But for now, for this moment, I'm pulling up the Queen of Keys. Now, the Queen of Keys is the equivalent in the Akashic Records Tarot of the Queen of Pentacles that she pulled up here. So this says to me, you are a serious Earth Mother, pragmatic, practical. You are looking for someone who is going to bring that quality of nurturing and support.
Yeah.
You are not looking for some kind of airy-fairy space cadet kind of person. You're not looking for a lightweight relationship. You are looking for someone solid, because you are solid. And what I would say is what you most need to know is keep that in mind when you are sort of on the date or in the dating game. Choose the person who is going to complement this quality within you of pragmatic seriousness. All right.
And also trust that you'll know.
You will
Just
know.
trust that.
You will know. You have the gift and you know. Now, we are literally out of time. I'm desperately trying to get the closing titles up here. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
This is the Psychic Playroom. Sarah Ritt, Carolyn Wilkins. Peace and love.
Thoughts are things with the energy to make life better for you and for me. Touch the light. Oh, touch the light.